Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Dishonored 2, Blind. Now, I'm still here at Aramis Stilton's mansion, and I'm trying to get through this door, but I don't know what the code is, so I have to look around for it. If I peek through the keyhole, it's absolute blackness, which doesn't bode well. Now, I have collected all of the thingamajigs, runes and stuff in the present. However, in the past, there are still some remaining. So let me get through to here. Just to see. Okay, so one of the bone charms is pretty close. It's like, Oh, to Mr. Aramis Stilton, good sir, we write with some excitement regarding the planned extension to your home. We are ready to unveil our plans for the new functional and appealing office space. Might you have some time to view our drawings in the coming weeks? We are completely at your disposal, and we are ready to begin construction upon the very instant of your approval. Respectfully yours. Okay, that doesn't really help me. However... maybe if I go down and yet... no, it's actually somewhere over here. Oh, it's behind this door, but this door is locked. Master key needed. In the present there is a bloodfly nest. Oh, but if I... there's a hole in the wall, and if I go like straight in the correct space and then shift, I should be inside this little contraption here. That's pretty great. Okay. Okay, so let's shift. So it's inside a safe then, the bone charm. I don't have the number, but can you take care of this dead hound? Jamie, what have I done? Let me explain before you take action. You know about my ongoing Silvergraph project. Well, I came across this dead hound, and I thought how perfect for my art, so I brought it home. But then I noticed some suspicious swelling across the ribcage. As you can imagine, I panicked. What if what if it's bloodfly larvae? What does one do in such situations? I have no idea. So I've set the carcass here for you. If it is bloodflies, then it would be well for you to dispose of it quickly. Burn it, I suppose. Forgive me for dumping it into your hands, but you're so capable. Okay, there's a boiler. Okay, so if I burn it in the past, I guess the bloodflies will not appear? But I'm not sure how that helps me regarding the safe, but surely it has to serve some kind of function, because otherwise, why would the option even exist? Oh, wait. The safe is destroyed in the future with the combination 238. Okay, great. But I'm not sure what the bloodflies had to do with it then. Or the body of the dog. Invisible thread. Far reach renders you invisible during movement. Okay, pretty great. Although, to be honest, I would say... what's his name? Blink is still better. Because you're just invisible when you use Blink. Because it's instantaneous. And it doesn't require a bone charm. Okay, so there only remains a rune this way. It's somewhere around here.
Acting odd-like today, just staring at nothing.
I don't think the Duke and Stilton are on good...
Someone there?
Hey! Who is...
Okay, I don't think I was here. Yeah, it's one of those blocked doors. Okay, that's pretty great. Is there anything here in this timeline? Not really. In the past there's a couple of guards. Which, it is pretty awesome, like this level is really cool, and the way you can, the things you can do with it, like I can appear right behind them, knock one of them out, and then disappear again.
What's in the chest?
That's ridiculously cool.
Fancy clothes and exotic jewelry. I'd love to see the silver graphs they take here. I'm a charity shop.
Like, imagine how much this guy feel if having that happen to him. Okay, I think he's broken.
Hey, who is?
Okay, luckily for me, I don't think anyone heard that. A rune. Which I think that's all of them. Silvergraph's artist's diary. Aramis could see I had been crying. It's nice that he noticed, but I was too distraught to discuss my troubles and retreated to the little studio he generously provided. Yet another gallery has rejected my silvergraph images, even after I explained the technical skill involved in the placement of the mannequins and the difficulties with the silvergraph apparatus itself. They called them boring. Boring? A jab at my humble upbringing, no doubt. Snobbery is rampant in the arts. A portrait of Marquis X or Earl Y, that they would buy, but a still life made of ordinary objects captured more honestly by a mechanical marvel, for that they'll turn up their noses. When my mood improves, I'll go talk to Aramis. At least he makes an effort to appreciate my art. Okay, so I think I'm done with the runes and stuff. I just need to find the code for the door. Now, I think it might be in the backyard, because the thing with the backyard is I've been there and I've accomplished exactly nothing, because I went in like a loop and came back to this part on another floor, but I've accomplished nothing of value in there, and obviously a location in a game has to serve some kind of purpose, because otherwise they wouldn't have spent time, they wouldn't have spent time making it.
The Grand Guard was protecting Stilton back then.
Wait.
Somewhere close. Makes me so nervous.
Wait. Is Stilton himself here somewhere? What would happen if I, like, killed him in the past? I'm not going to do that, but what would happen, like, if I find him? I am going to, at the very least, knock him out, and just to see if it's going to affect the future somehow. Because he was supposed to attend a seance with Ashworth and the Duke, and then he ended up mad, in the present. So maybe if I can knock him out, maybe he's going to be sane. That's certainly an interesting presupposition. But is he even here? Like,
Everyone's gotta die, yeah, but please, not today.
I just see the guards, but she said they are protecting him. Why would she say it if she wasn't somewhere around? That wouldn't make any sense. Because if he wasn't somewhere around, how could she even tell if they are protecting anyone?
An entire shipment of whale oil tanks just gone, taken right from under their noses.
Oh, there he is. Okay, this is very interesting. I'm also getting eaten alive by dogs, but I am going to try and knock him out and see what's going to happen.
Come on, I don't have time for games. What?
Show yourself and state
What
your...
You aren't going anywhere.
Okay, that's, a little embarrassing, but still, this is all immensely cool. Oh, I haven't saved.
move. Show yourself. I'll find you, you know. There.
Okay, where's Stilton? He was somewhere over here, like in the bushes. Okay, he's just cowering. I am going.
Survived years in the mines. Don't take my life away from me.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that, but I am now going to knock him out, just to see what's going to happen.
This is to keep you from seeing whatever drove you into a nightmare tonight.
Oh, okay, so it is going to change the future. That's
By
immensely
rendering Stilton
cool.
unconscious, I changed the past. But how?
Well, to learn that, I guess I still need the code. Is there anything here?
There's the notebook.
Oh, yes. It's study door combination. With Duke Luca coming tonight, there will be so many strangers in my house. I shouldn't have agreed to host this cursed seance. Something is going to happen, I can feel it. Maybe I won't attend, feign sickness or lock myself in the bathroom. Anyway, I need to change the combination to the study door, as I was asked. Let's focus on something else. Old memories. 5. The coins in my pocket when I left Morley and came to Karnaca. 1 coin for each week until I take another boat and join you, my mother said, but she never came. 7. My birth month. I'm probably the only person who knows the date since Theodanis passed away. 5. The number painted on my lunch bucket when I worked the mines. I was just a kid, but it feels like yesterday. Okay. I'm very curious what's going to happen in the future. Now that I knocked him out.
Where are you hiding, coward?
Wait, what? Ah, okay, because this is the future, right? With... Because his house is all good and all that, because...
I can't help you.
Because he never went mad. That's super interesting.
Leave me alone! Help!
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm going to knock you out just to be safe. But you'd think his people would be okay with me, although they probably don't know who I am, right? I'm just hopping dimensions.
I wonder how much time I have before Mr. Stilton returns home. I want to beat out the rugs, but the dust makes him cough.
Too many years in the silver mines. But go ahead, he won't be back until very late tonight. He's throwing a party for one of the miners who's retiring.
They broke the mold when they made old Aramis Stilton.
Yeah, so true. It's really the man's heart that's made of silver.
Okay, this is very interesting. I wonder what kind of greater impact it's going to have, because he was a miner's advocate, right? And he was a miner himself in his youth. So maybe the situation of the miners is going to improve? But I need to be in the past, right?
Anyone here? Hey, you! Show yourself. I'll search with you.
I bet a week.
This one is long.
No use running!
Surrounded! What's going on? Stay your name.
So I'm going in!
Let's finish her!
Hello. Anyone?
You have to understand. I'm going to call for help if you don't go.
Yeah,
Some
this
people
is
just
the
have to
place.
Told them they wouldn't last a day. This time I'll get you!
Said there could be someone about. Could be some sort of Vice Overseer Byrne. If only you could see this. You'd have nightmares.
Where's Stilton? I should never have kept him on just because he and my father were close.
What we're about to attempt has never been done. It's beyond my understanding, and certainly beyond yours. If anyone has any doubts, set them aside now.
This defies rational understanding. It's the frayed edge where natural philosophy crosses over into something else.
Yes, I can feel it. We risk madness.
All of you, Delilah is your rightful empress. You owe her this.
Delilah's stronger than before. The Duke and I have heard her voice, whispering to us. And now it's time. So take your positions.
So that was the Jindosh, Hypatia, Ashworth, and the Duke. And I guess they just proceeded without Aramis Stilton.
Focus on the void behind the world. You can feel her power, can't you?
By the stars. This is more exciting than any orgy I've ever attended. Do it now!
Returned from the cold, from forever.
She lives.
How curious. It seems to have worked.
My spirit is safe now, inside this thing. Luca, you must lock it away.
I thought we'd lost you.
Brianna, Luca, I will never abandon you. Wait, you are hidden, but I know who you are. I know when you are. You've come to watch me return, and someday I'll come for you.
Okay, so that's kind of trippy that she could see
The
me
void beyond the world is
even in the
strange.
past.
I won't ever understand all I've seen.
But I guess she has like a phylactery in the form of this statue. Also, before I leave, I would like to talk to Aramis Stilton in the present. You know, see how he's doing. See whether he'll even have a conversation with me.
Always alert. Oh, no way! Over there, on the stairs! You think you're being quiet? I'll be damned!
Where do you think you're going? Let's finish her!
Who's running around over there? Someone is asking for trouble over there.
Okay, that didn't work very well, or at all.
What do you want? Go away!
I can't do anything.
I heard something.
You better run.
Who's running around over there?
Hey, did you work in another excavation site?
I was, but the wife's pregnant again.
Oh, lovely. I didn't know. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Oh.
Stilton's giving me some time off.
Nice one. I guess someone else will have to operate the bore wheel.
Yeah, but Yvonne's good. And Stilton's always one step ahead. Got the new mine engineering figured out. No collapses in a long while.
Okay, there's a new bone charm that I think wasn't here the last time I was here. And the things seem to be going pretty great with Aramis Stilton around. But is he around? So that is his office. That's where he was in the previous timeline. Okay, I do definitely want the bone charm.
I should get a longer break. On account of my bad feet, I should be able to complain to someone.
Go away. You've been warned.
Broke my back in the silver mine. Miner's last complaint. Restorative glimmer. Health regenerates while using dark vision. Okay, that's actually pretty great. But what do I want to give up? I guess this. Stinton and Abel discuss Miners Fund. Aramis Stilton, silver mine owner and advocate for workers, has called for a meeting with Duke Luca Abel to negotiate the creation of a new fund to benefit the victims of mining accidents. Currently no such fund exists, and injured miners are simply let go from their positions, expected to find other work. Despite missing limbs, blindness, and other serious impediments. The meeting will be the third such for the two, with so far not much agreed upon. However, Stilton says he remains hopeful that the health fund will be established and well funded before the end of the year. A letter from Muranola Architecture. We are writing to inquire about the finished work on your new office. Does everything meet with your expectations and approval? Are any adjustments needed? Have the workmen sufficiently cleaned up after the construction activities? Should everything prove satisfactory, we will shortly follow our invoices. Okay, but I do wonder, where is Stilton himself? Apartment in Karnaka, Curiosity Wall. So I would like to talk to him, if I can find him. Like, I think it could be interesting.
She says those things to anger them and to make the situation worse.
As if things aren't bad enough. Now I gotta be on the lookout for some no-gooder with a knife. Why me?
Why should I trust someone who hides their
I can
face?
only carry one tray at a time. I'm only human. One tray. Do they think there are two of me?
Okay, I don't know whether he's around. Okay, I have to pause for a second, be right back. Okay, I'm back. So he might not be home. They mentioned him, but I don't remember the context. Like, were they preparing something for him?
Who's running around over there?
disgusting this year. And what's next? It's an earthquake.
Yeah, I think I'm going to just leave. I don't know whether he's in here. Although I must say, it's pretty ballsy of me to, on one hand, cure him of madness, and on another, steal from him in 3 different timelines. Oh. This is pretty beautiful.
I think I heard something.
Yeah, I don't think he's home. I've been in most places where I think he could have been, including the place where he was in the previous present, and I didn't find him. So I'll just leave. Maybe I'll get to meet him later in the game.
Move away. Now.
Sure, there have always been blood flies. I just don't remember it being so many of them. And so big.
In Sarkonan Legends, the Moth King, a dust storm coming. Sarkonan Legends, Old Sea Beast, Bloodfly Nest Keeper. And now that you've learned Delilah's secret, make your way back to Anton Sokolov waiting aboard the skiff.
very edges of the void. But this one is special. It's the place where my throat was cut 4,000 years ago. This is where my life ended, and where it began again. It's where they made me.
This part of the void feels older.
Right up until the end, I thought I'd find a way to escape. I fought, but the rooms only cut my skin, so I went limp. And then the knife touched my throat, and I knew I'd waited too long. The blood ran out, and I became a god. Now you know Delilah's secret. At the end of her days, she drifted through the void and should have been lost forever. But her will and cunning are second to none. She found this place, the island in the void where I became what I am. It changed her, and she discovered a way to draw from it, tapping into the power here. Delilah is a part of me now, and I don't like it. You have to give Delilah credit. She tore out a piece of herself and hid it away, inside a thing made of bones. She's made herself immortal. If you want to kill Delilah, you're going to have to find her spirit and give it back to her. Reaching it won't be easy, but what comes after that might be the hardest thing you will ever have to do.
Will I have to, like, I don't know, sacrifice myself? Or worse yet, sacrifice my father somehow to stop her?
The world contains more mysteries than I imagined. Now to meet up with Sokolov again at the skiff, after a very strange day.
Why did you slow down to a fort? Did Marco say? Apparently the family committee made a request. Too much dust was pissing down.
Well, at least Stilton listens to them. More than I can say for the Grand Guard.
Yeah, the Duke is rotten and it spreads out from there. But Airman Stilton is a good man.
I'll tell him you said that. He drinks at my brother's pub.
He knows we appreciate him. Karnaca has problems, but it could be a lot worse here in this district.
Oh, we've been able to keep the shift hours at 10. Anything longer and miners make mistakes. Without Stilton's support, this district would have fallen into anarchy by now.
There's word that by next month, everyone in the mines will be issued one of Stilton's new air masks. Things could be worse, I guess.
She feeds scraps to the cats that live under the bridge. She hates to think of them starving. She's thinking about her girl, on and off with the fevers, and whether she'll earn enough for the cures before it's too late.
Okay, there are new runes and stuff around, so I will definitely look around. And the situation does indeed seem improved from the previous present.
Certainly not productivity this time. You should all thank Stilton. The only one of you lazy ingrates worth anything. Back to work, all of you!
Exacting aim. Your crossbow bolts inflict more damage. No, thank you. However, I do wonder if I can still break into the...
If we get approval for the new ventilation shaft, it'll mark a real victory. More air means less dusty lungs.
Who's that?
Lucia Pastor, right? You deserve thanks for helping the people here.
considering who you are. I don't know whether to feel honored that you recognize me, or to yell at you for propping up the Duke while he's shitting all over Serkonos.
And who do you think I am?
I'm not stupid. Whether the newspapers and the posters in the street are right or wrong, I know who you are. And I hope you're here to end Luca Abella's tyranny. Either way, we haven't been sitting around waiting for you to clean up your mess.
Sounds like you have a plan.
No, nothing that solid. Not yet. But I believe the Duke will fall, eventually. All I can say is that when you reach the Grand Palace, just be aware that not everyone there is your enemy. Trust your judgment.
All right. I'll remember that.
Anyway, good luck. There's still a chance to make something new here in Karnaca. Something that serves everyone, not just some rapacious bastard with a title. There's always so much to do. So little time to think. The mining families in the district work as hard as the miners. Kids to feed, sick people to care for, homes to run. The families we represent are very poor, but aren't afraid of hard work. Good people.
I wonder if the black market shop still exists?
This is the Duke of Serkonos. Another thing. While all the prominent city leaders attended the most recent palace dinner, yes, it's true, I excluded Vice Overseer Liam Byrne. Contrary to what the Abbey believes, I do not hate them. But no one tells me when to stop drinking. And how is it possible to eat when someone is sermonizing on the risks of consuming vermin? Why is this even a question? Whoever wanted to eat rat flesh in the first place? Apart from the unfortunate poor, they're excluded from palace functions.
Stilton agreed to a meeting with the woman heading up the family committee. What's her name again?
Lucia Pastor. She's supposed to talk to Stilton soon about new safety rules for the mines. Fewer hours for the children working down there, too.
Why does Pastor care in the first place? She isn't one of us. Never seen her carrying a pick or a shovel.
There's a rumor that she was in love with a miner. Someone who died in an accident. They say his body's still under the mountain, buried in silver.
I think Lucia Pastor just has a good heart and a strong will.
Well, if Stilton listens to what she has to say, instead of following every idiotic request coming from the Grand Palace, I won't complain.
Stilton's not a bad man. I bet things would be a lot worse without him running the mines.
You don't even know how right you are. Liquid sustenance. And drinking from a fountain restores health. No thanks.
Never can get used to the heat here, or the dust. Everybody's looking out for themselves right now.
The Duke would be grinding the families here into nothing if he was left unchecked. It's good to know that some people care about what's going on in the mines.
What are you covering your face for? Watch yourself with the Grand Guard. They don't like strangers.
All the money she'd saved from years of slaving in the mines. He is not the most caring of souls, but he took that orphan boy off the streets. Now the lad calls him father.
What are you talking about? He's not the most caring of souls. In this game, he's practically Jesus Christ compared to most of the people.
It gives her pleasure, thinking about that look on her brother's face the night she betrayed him.
Your face is covered. The Grand Guard won't like that.
For them. It ain't never safe for the likes of me.
Maybe no one else will even notice. But things have changed here. For the better.
Solid landing. Falling from a significant height creates a shockwave affecting nearby enemies and objects. No, because that might be like lethal and stuff. It's like a superhero landing, basically, I guess.
It's like the Duke will keep taking, consuming it.
You're back. That was quick.
Wait. She has two hands now. So I guess she lost her hand.
Remember what you saw here when you're back in Dunwall, Emily. My final lesson, perhaps.
She lost her hand and her eye trying to get into Stilton's house, but that didn't happen in this timeline because the house was
to the dreadful whale.
The house was never locked in the first place because he never lost his mind.
Sorry I couldn't take you to see Stilton myself, but I guess you found the place. Years back, Stilton was always quiet about the Duke. I never figured out just why. Lucky for the miners, Aramis Stilton does all he can against the Duke's destructive ways.
I can see why you like her. She's almost as secretive as you. Megan Foster. She wasn't always a ship captain. It was years ago. The two were inseparable. There was no food, but there was love. Those brief days on the street with her childhood friend. The happiest time she's known. Megan, she can be trusted. To a point. But I cannot see past the anger. That much rage can hide things. There was always hunger back then, on the streets of Dunwall. Hunger and fear. She learned to be brutal to survive. Back in Dunwall, she almost killed the crime boss called Slackjaw. Once while he was getting a shave.
Okay, I heard that before.
Are you ready to leave? The dust is wreaking havoc on my throat.
Yes, let's go.
Yes, I found a way to get around Paolo and Byrne, and I've been to Stilton's house. Let's go.
Okay, didn't kill anyone. Was spotted 49 times. Got all of the runes, all of the bone charms. Missed quite a lot of gold, but that doesn't matter. To be honest, I'm more peeved about the blueprints. A mind made whole saved Aramis Stilton from seeing beyond the world. Leaky basement. Found the rune in the flooded basement. Better today. Visited Aramis Stilton's office in the altered present. So those were optional? You could not restore his mind? I guess all you had to do was not to knock him out. But that's a pretty drastic change in the story, when you think about it. Okay, it worked out pretty well. You've eliminated most of Duke Luca Abel's key accomplices. Talk to your allies about the Duke before departing for the Grand Palace.
Duke Luca Abel tore down the original palace in Karnaca, his birthplace, in order to build a lavish structure that cost enough to feed everyone in Serkonos for years. It's said to be a sprawling estate to humble all others, a monument to his ego and sense of princely entitlement. But whatever the Duke has done to his nation happened while I was Empress. In Dunwall, we were content to look the other way as long as the silver kept flowing. I've got to get inside the Grand Palace, deal with the Duke, and find a way to steal Delilah's soul.
Can you feel it? This is my last night. Soon, I'll dissolve into the great nothing.
You should be at peace.
I've stayed too long. Find Delilah's spirit. Trap her with this cage of dead flesh. Set me free.
I don't understand.
You will, very soon.
So I'm going to trap Delilah in the heart? Confer with your allies. Well, first, let me write in my travel log. The Dust District. I can't find words to describe the misery here and the grit in the air. I've been coughing for a straight hour and my mind feels cloudy. I got rid of Paolo, the leader of the Howlers. He brought only fear and trickery. He'll trouble the city no more. And that goes for the Vice Overseer Liam Byrne as well. His intolerance, his personal ambition. Could any of us live up to the expectations of the Overseer's demand? Whoever ends up ruling Karnaca, it won't be a gang of cutthroats, nor will it be the Abbey. Now I need to make sure it won't be Duke Luca Abel either. Delilah's secret. Today I saw the effects of the void leaking into Aramis Stilton's house through the cracks in reality. I was able to see the past and the present simultaneously. I learned a great deal, looking into the night of Duke's gathering, 3 years past. I watched a seance that brought Delilah's spirit from the void, where she was trapped, and into this world. I saw that spirit preserved in an effigy made of bone by the witch Brianna Ashworth, and that effigy, holding Delilah's spirit, was given to Duke Abel for safekeeping. Now I know why Delilah can't be killed. As long as she's not whole, she will remain immortal. Even the outsider seems worried. This is the information I've been seeking. Now I just have to turn it into a plan. Okay, what can I get power-wise? I still haven't tried the shadow form, but I guess I can upgrade it further. Assassinate or incapacitate up to 2 enemies during the shadow walk. Sure.
his father and I were close. It was my hope that Luca would eventually grow up and learn that his actions as ruler of Serkonos have very real consequences.
He could always count on the backing of Dunwall's finances and navy. Maybe without that, he would have developed a healthy respect for the people of Serkonos. Fear of the Executioner's block has been a fine motivator for many a ruler.
Once the Duke falls, it's my hope that we can build something better here. Something more representative and inclusive.
Okay, I'll talk to them in a moment. I thought they were inside.
Now we're going after the one who started it all. The Duke himself. I forgot the thrill of it. Planning drop-off points, and picking the approach. Thinking about the best ways to kill somebody who lives behind high walls. But with the excitement, there's a black echo that comes back to me for what I did at Dunwall Tower. If anyone deserves killing, though, it's Duke Luca Abel. I've loved a number of women, and even a couple of men. I've never loved anyone like my Deirdre. After I left home, those first years on the streets, she's all that kept me from the bottom of the river. I could sleep on a pile of garbage under a leaky awning as long as she was there with me. Sharing a tin of potted meat or a bottle of brandy that we nicked during the day. The Duke and his little brother came through Dunwall. And Deirdre and I got in their way as they stepped out of their fancy coach. The Duke goaded his brother, calling us wharf roaches. And it was the brother who swung the stick that killed her. Splitting her skull, there were wooden gazelles on top of the coach. And I snapped one off and drove it into his eye, as deep as it would go. Deirdre was already gone. Dead as a doornail. Lying in the muck, staring up at the gray Dunwall sky. On the run after that. I was hunted by the City Watch and even members of the Grand Guard up from Serkonos. People looked at me like I was cursed, spitting whenever I got close. Everyone knew I'd bring trouble. Even the gangs. The Duke's brother has been dead for a long time. But now's my chance to get back at Luca Abel for setting him off against pretty, young Deirdre. Nothing was the same for me after they took her away.
Okay, that seems to have come a little out of nowhere. I don't think it was ever even stated that the Duke had a brother.
I wonder what Aramis Stilton can accomplish now that things are different. A gangster could never be trusted to run a city. Byrne wanted to be High Overseer.
Duke Abel uses a body double. Duke Luke Abel pushes for increased mine productivity. I refuse to believe Karnakan people can't give any more.
Duke Abel spared no expense on his new palace. It's tacky if you ask me.
Okay, let's rendezvous with the others.
Are you ready for this?
I'd been inside a dozen castles and 100 mansions, and they're the same everywhere. The Duke's palace can't be anything worse than Lady Brisby's social afternoons.
Getting inside might not be the hard part. The Duke doesn't exactly run a tight ship.
Taking down Duke Abel is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
You were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District, which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
I've got a map of the Grand Palace for you, and I know something that may be useful. There's a hidden lever in the pantry that opens a passage to the Duke's vault. If he's keeping anything precious for Delilah, I suspect that's where it'll be. Beyond that, good hunting.
I'll see what I can do. I know things in Karnaca are fragile, and I've got a lot to think about after all this is done.
I hope I've been of some help to you. It's good to feel useful, here near the end of my time. Look at you. In a lifetime, how many monarchs have done half of what you have in a month? I hear the Duke's wine cellar is exquisite, if you happen to pass through. I remember telling you stories at the Hound Pit's pub so long ago. How you've changed.
It's not widely known, but the Duke has a body double. The man is the spitting image of Luca. A likable fellow, and quite humble. I've no idea where they found him, but the Duke's double has spent years passing for the Duke. I suppose Luca always hoped his double would be there to take an assassin's bullet. Take care. I hope to see you again.
Emily Stilton made a fortune in the silver mines, without the usual cruelty associated with such endeavors. There's a great sadness in him. He misses his friend and confidant, the old Duke, the Adonis, Emily Stilton. Like the ore he mines, there is something of value underneath that gruff exterior. Stilton devised a mask to help the miners take in less dust as they work. He wants silver, not sick workers. I've already told you his secrets.
Ready to visit the Duke?
Yes.
Ready.
Self-serving and corrupt, Duke Luca Abel rules Serkonos and orchestrated the coup against you. Enter the Grand Palace to find and eliminate the Duke, who protects himself from assassins with a body double. You must also locate Delilah's spirit, the only means of counteracting her immortality. Okay, I just looked at the timer, and this episode, in fact, is a little bit too long, so I'm going to just pause it here. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!